Hello, Bobby 11 here doing another weekly prediction. First, we're going to start off with a recap of week 2. So, I overall ended up going 9-7 with my predictions from week 2. And it was a good week of football, I think, guys. It was fun. That Thursday night game started off. That was intense. Washington and Giants. I like Washington this year. I think they got a good defense. Their defense did not play well. That was an offensive game for both sides. Even the Giants' offensive line, which I think is the worst unit in football, looked pretty good against what I thought was going to be one of the best front sevens in football. So I don't know which way the cause of concern for me is, but I think I'm leaning towards Washington. Still, they came up with the win and a heck of a game. It was a good time. Cincinnati lost to the Bears. That's sad as a Packer fan. Obviously, I don't want to see the Bears win. Andy Dalton goes down. Fields comes in with a full week of practice. I am concerned. Other key games, that Rams-Colts game. Rams look like they play both sides of the ball. They play offense. They play defense. Right now, I would say I have concerns with some of the bigger teams. Like, for example, Tampa Bay's offense looks amazing. Their defense looks shaky. So, cause for concern, I guess, but we'll see. Raiders beating the Steelers. I didn't see that coming. Raiders look really good. I'm impressed with the Raiders. Bills thumping Dolphins. I picked Dolphins. Yeah, thought the Heat would get to the Bills. Just going to walk away. Hang my head low from that. Panthers looking real good. Just they look good. I mean, offensive line, room for concern, but the Raiders and the Panthers, they have a pass rush with just their front four, no blitzes. They can get to the quarterback, and that's like the biggest recipe in the NFL. Make the other quarterback uncomfortable. That's what it's all about. Cardinals Vikings game. I took Cardinals. I didn't think it'd be that close. Came down to a miss. Vikings missed in the last seconds for the Cardinals to win, and wow, I'm happy they missed because I was worried. Let's see. Chargers lost to the Cowboys. I picked Chargers, and Cowboys weren't overly impressive, but they got the job done. And in the end, that's all you want is a win. So we'll see what goes on from there. Titans over Seahawks. Wow. Woo! Derrick Henry went off. But yeah, no, that was close. Oh, in overtime, won by 3. Heck of a game. The Ravens beating Chiefs. Lamar finally gets that chip off his shoulder. Wow, that was a heck of a game too. And Packers beating Lions. I recap for that game. Wasn't overly exciting. First half was, Packers defense is bad at this point. They're just bad, and the offense clicked in the second half. That was the whole story of that game. The first half of the Packers was forgettable, but looked better than against the Saints. Second half, offense clicked, looked like it should. Defense, they got 1 sack on the year, and it was because Goff dropped the ball. I'm not liking the defense. They can't get pressure. They get some pressure, but they can't get to the quarterback, bring him down. And with Zadarius Smith being out, I have a lot of cause for concern. But let's move on to Week 3 predictions. This is a fun week. This is a really fun week. I had a heck of a time picking. There's some matchups where I didn't know which way to go. And I'll be honest, I went really home team heavy this week. At the end, stay tuned. I do have some fantasy football tips I'd like to share. Just some things for more deeper leagues. I'm in a deeper league. These are some pickups that I think could be of value, especially in the future with the way week 1 and 2 went for these players. If you like what you see, hit the like, throw a comment, give me a subscription, all that fun stuff. You know the drill. So let's start off with Panthers versus Texans Thursday night. Let's go. Houston's better than I thought, but they lost Tyrod. Tyrod was looking good. He's out. I ain't got much faith in him. I'm with Carolina. Carolina looks good. Shout out to Superstar Fly. He picked them as a team to really watch out for this year, and wow, he is right. Let's move on to Washington, Buffalo. Now, I like Washington a lot, but I mean Buffalo. They looked a little sluggish week 1, but week 2 they just they came out. 35-0. Boom. Wow. That's not easy in the NFL. I don't care who you're playing. So I'm going to have to go Buffalo. I can't. At home, if I throw shade at them 2 weeks in a row, it's not going to be good. Let's move right on. So we got Cleveland, Chicago. I took Cleveland. Chicago at Cleveland. I'm sorry. I took Cleveland. I took the Browns. They got a formula. They know what they're doing. They have an identity. Bears are coming in. They have, rookie quarterback week 1 starting against a pretty tough team. Defense, I wouldn't say it's all there for the Browns, but the defense will come together. And this is a team that, you don't know what to expect. So I'm going to go with the safer bet here and go Cleveland. Baltimore in Detroit. Detroit has fight. They look like I've been watching Detroit for years as a Packer fan. Detroit, I wouldn't say is better because their roster just isn't that good. I don't think, but they don't look like a defeated team like they did with Patricia. I think there's some fight there. I think there's some things going on, and you know what? They got picks coming up. They could be dangerous in a few years, but right now, not against Baltimore. So I'm taking the Ravens on that. We'll move on to the Colts and Titans. So I took Tennessee. It's at home. Wentz is out. Colts could have went out and got Wentz's history. They could have got Minshew. Eagles did, but who am I to judge? I don't know. Colts got a lot of injuries. They're banged up. They're going to have a rough season, I think. And, Titans are going to figure some stuff out. So I picked them. Oh, we had a rivalry here. Chargers against Chiefs. Maybe the Chiefs don't feel it, but I'm sure the Chargers do. Everybody feels it against the Chiefs. I took Chiefs. They're at home. Chargers they still got a lot to grow into. And it's too early in the season for them. Too early for that upset. I went Chiefs. Patriots. Saints at the Patriots. I'm sorry, I'm not saying who's where. Anyway, Saints at the Patriots. I went Patriots. Saints, I don't know. They didn't look too good against Panthers. Belichick, great defensive mind. He's going to copy that recipe and he's going to put Jameis in trouble. And James he kind of went back to his old things. He got pressure. He throws up the hero ball. It doesn't work out. So he keeps doing that. Saints aren't going to go very far. So this is an interesting one. Atlanta at the Giants. Both are bottom tier teams. I think the Giants got a lot more to give than Atlanta does. I think Atlanta doesn't have any identity. They don't. I don't know where they're going. I don't think they know where they're going. Giants, however, do. They just need to figure out some things, and I think the Giants have a pretty good roster. I'm picking the Giants. I think they'll get the first win here at home, and I think they're going to be a team to watch out for in the later half of the season. Let's see here. Cincinnati at Pittsburgh. Doesn't matter what way you go. Anytime you get these kind of divisional rivals and that, that division, it's gonna be in the trenches. There's gonna be some fighting. There's gonna be some barking. I got Steelers coming out though. I don't think the Bengals line can handle that front seven. I got the Steelers, but it's always a fun game to watch. Always. Maybe not for the best reasons to watch it, but things happen. All right, let's move on here. We got Arizona at Jacksonville. Jacksonville, it's a team, I don't know what they're doing. I don't think they know what they're doing. I got no faith in them. I'm going Cardinals all day. Cardinals look good. New York Jets at Denver. Once again, another team without an identity, the Jets. Denver, however, with Teddy Bridgewater, look really good. They got a great roster, good defense. weapons that you could ever want, and you have a quarterback that's not going to turn the ball over, that's a recipe for success, in my opinion. They could be dangerous going, and I'm talking playoffs dangerous. Watch out for the Broncos. I'm taking Broncos go 3-0. Oh, let's move on. What do we got here? Miami at Las Vegas. Yeah, I mean, Tua's out. Raiders look good. Raiders look good. They got a defense like that line is getting to quarterbacks. That defensive line is getting to quarterbacks. They got a better roster, and Carr's looking good. I'm taking the Raiders. 3-0 start for them. Snap. Let's go back a little bit here. We got 3-0, and then you got Chiefs. 101. I forgot. Chiefs lost. Watch out. It's not good looking for the Chiefs. Division's tough this year. All right, let's move on here. We got a really fun game, I think. This is going to be a good one. Tampa Bay at Los Angeles Rams. Wow. You're talking, I think the only reason I take the Rams because they're at home. That's the only reason why. If it was swept, I take Tampa because they're home. I think it's going to be a heck of a game. I think it's going to be a fun one. I don't think it's one you want to miss. This is one I got circled down to watch. It's going to be a fun game. I'm very interested to see if Tampa Bay's defense can get back to the form they were in, because I feel that their Rams defense carried them through that Colts game. The offense struggled. So if that happens this way, let's think about it that way. If the Buccaneers defense can't stop the Rams, I think the Rams defense will put some stops on the Bucs. So I think that's kind of where it goes. Rams play both sides of the ball well, and I like what the Rams are doing right now, even though Tampa Bay's offense is terrifying. But Antonio Brown is out too, I believe, with COVID. I might not be right on that, but I know he's in protocol, or was. So we'll move on to Seattle at Minnesota. That's also a good game. This was one. I have 3 away picks so far. This is another one. I took Seattle over the Vikings. Minnesota's got work to do. Seattle's is coming off a tough loss. They both are coming off tough losses. It's gonna be hungry. It's a toss up, but I just didn't want to go Vikings because I just would like to see them go 0-3. Sorry, Green Bay, can't help it. But I took the Seahawks. I think that's gonna be a good game to watch too. I think it's going to get overshadowed by the Bucs-Rams, but I think it's going to be a good game. Then Sunday Night Football, we got Packers at 49ers, and that is terrifying since I'm a Packers fan, and I'm pretty sure everybody knows what's happened the last 2 times we went out to California against the Niners. I hope that doesn't happen. I did pick the Packers because I don't think that'll happen, but at the same time, that defense... Niners are interesting. Their running game is weird right now because they're just running out of running backs, but they're also in a system where it's a running back. Put him out there, he'll do good. So we'll see. I took the Packers just because I can't see Rodgers getting stomped 3 times in a row in his career. I don't think he'll allow it. But then again, you never know. I took the Packers. Let's move on because I'm scared. All right, and Monday Night Football, we got Philly at Dallas. Ooh, good old rivalry. I took the Cowboys. Philadelphia's a lot better than I thought. I gotta say that. I did not have them doing well this year. I did not think they're a very good team. They're better than I thought. And props to them. Cowboys. I think Cowboys are gonna do the same thing they did against the Chargers. They're going to run the ball a lot. Philly plays a lot, 2 safety back, and they're high post. So, when you're doing that, you run the ball. Same thing with what the Packers did against the Lions. You run the ball. And if you can get that established, which, they got Zeke, you got to think they got something going on. So they're going to run the ball, and I think they're going to win. I think it's going to be kind of similar to what that Chargers game was. Nothing exciting, but, they get the job done. So that's my predictions. Last week I forgot to say, I went 9-7. That puts me at 17-15 for the year. Need to get them numbers up. Let's go. All right, let's move on to fantasy football. So I have 5 people to watch for. These are deeper leagues. These are running back, I have 2 running backs that are worth mentioning and 3 receivers. So I'm going to start off with, let's go both running backs. And I'm going to start with the one that I'm not too big on. Well, I'm big on him. I think he's got a lot of potential, and that's Kenneth Gainwell. He plays for the Philly. He's getting some touches. I wouldn't say, he's over the top. He's someone to keep an eye on. I mean, you don't have to pick him up this week. He's in 28% rostered right now in leagues on ESPN. He's on 28% of the rosters. So if that value did go up, let's see. It went up 13%. And he's somebody to watch out for. He's put up decent numbers. He's got 9 attempts, 6 attempts, and a few catches. So it's just someone to keep an eye on. I think he can be dangerous. He's a rookie out of Memphis. I liked him a lot. I thought the Packers might pick him up because they worked him out. I was excited for it. Didn't work out that way, but he's someone to keep an eye on. Cordell Patterson is my biggest running back pick for the week. He is getting decent amount of carries. And the biggest thing of why he's available, and he's picked up on 53% of rosters, so he's pretty available for most people. He's gotten touchdown last week and had 23 points. The week before he only had 8, but the biggest reason I like him is his receiving. The guy's got, last week he had 7 targets, 5 catches, 58 yards, and a touchdown. That is tremendous. He is the passing back on a team that's going to throw, and I like that. Now, if you get me a passing back on a team that's just going to run, not that interested. But on a team like Atlanta, they're going to be down, they're going to throw, he's going to see some time on the field. I like him. I like him a lot. We'll move on now to some wide receivers. I'll start with the one that I'm not the biggest on, but someone to keep an eye on, I think. I think that's Quentin Cephas. This is a guy who's getting a lot of targets. Now, he's not catching them all, but he's young. He's young. He's a former Badger. I got a soft spot for him as a Badger. But, he got a touchdown against the Packers. He's actually gotten 2 touchdowns this year. He's got a touchdown each game. And he's got 7 targets each game. Remember that, 7 targets. He's only got 4 catches and 3 catches for the second week 2, 3 week 1. But that's a pretty good volume. And with Detroit, they're still trying to figure out their identity. He looks like he could be something. And let's be honest, they're building for the future. You're going to give someone that looks like he's developing a relationship with Goff, looks like he is almost there, you're going to give that guy some more chances. So I keep an eye on him. He is only rostered 7.5% of rosters. Like, he is wide open. I actually picked him up in one of my leagues, and I never know. He could, by week 4, week 5, he could be picked up by a lot of leagues. So he's someone to watch out for. 2 more that I like more. One would be KJ Osborne from Minnesota. This guy, I don't know much about him in terms of his background, but wow, he is doing very well first 2 weeks, and he is available, and he's only rostered in 22%. So he is widely available, and he is, I think, someone worth holding because it looks like he's getting the volume of work. The guy's got 9 targets week 1, 6 targets week 2. He's, 7 out of 9, 5 out of 6. He's got a touchdown a week 2. Over 50 points a game. That's somebody worth holding in the back end of your roster, I feel. Could be very good, especially if someone gets hurt. And then the last wide receiver that I really enjoy would be someone that I desperately wanted the Packers to draft. Of course, the way it always works, I always have a soft spot for the people that I wanted. Rondale Moore came out of Purdue. I really liked him. Really liked him coming to the draft, and I think he's got a very interesting skill set. He's very good, and he is looking it. He did a lot against the Vikings week 2. He went 7 of 8, 114 yards and a touchdown. And the week before that, he was 4 of 5, 68 yards. So he's getting volume in what I thought was a crowded wide receiver room, which was a really good reason why not to pick him up. He's not as available. I kind of kept him last, but like he's a good pickup if he's still available. I looked at it yesterday, and he was at 56%. Today he's at 64%. So, little late news on that. I'm sorry. Maybe check out the other ones. He's gone up 44% those last 2 weeks. He is definitely someone that if you see available, try to snag up. And that would be all my picks for fantasy. All my picks for the week. I had a great time. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Give me a like, comment what you think, hit that sub button. Thanks a lot, everybody. Let's go Packers. Yeah? Wish everybody a good week.